Tragedy has unfortunately struck the city of Baltimore, Maryland. According to what happened late last night, Tuesday, 1:30 a.m., a cargo ship crashed into Baltimore's Key Bridge and the whole bridge collapsed, went down. Everything is in the water. This is from independent.co.uk. A container ship was only minutes into a planned 27-day journey when it rammed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland on Tuesday morning, setting the bridge and several people in the Patapsco River. The Singaporean ship called the Dolly was docked in Baltimore on Saturday and in preparation for its trip to Colombia, Sri Lanka, according to the vessel finder. Now, this is a very, very tragic and unfortunate and sad and gut-wrenching event. Now, I'm going to play the video for any of you guys who are very weak in the knees, weak in the stomach, okay, who don't like to see things blow up or go into flames or go or be destroyed. This is your warning. So a lot of this video was posted on social media, and you get to see the cargo ship that reportedly lost power before it plunged directly into the bridge and the whole thing collapsed. So let's take a look at this graphic clip. So again, there's no audio here. So this is the ship, as you can see right there. This is one of the planks, and you see the ship just loses power right there. There's no lights on it, and as you can see, the cars and vehicles on the bridge are going back and forth. Now here we go. Now it's about to go into one of the support beams right here that's holding up the bridge, and again, just keep going. It turns back on. So the bridge turns back on. It first turned off. There was no lights. Then the powers went back on, and it's going head first into one of the gunters right there, the support beams holding up the bridge. And again, it keeps going, keeps going. The power goes off again. So that's the second time that the power went off on the cargo ship, and it keeps going. And you see again, you see the cars are driving on the bridge, keeps going, and then we're getting impact. Here we go. It keeps going right there. Again, it's head on. So it see the support beam, boom, crashes into it, and then the whole thing is gonna come down. Oh, Jesus. So again, in that time span clip, the cargo ship has lost power on 3 different occasions, going directly into one of the support beams. Now I got a few questions to ask. Number one, how the hell does hitting one of the support beams make the whole bridge collapse? Because have you ever seen how the key bridge, looks like? It's, again, it's all the zigzags up and down, but it's a mile long, almost 2 miles long. So how does that happen? Secondly, a lot of people are saying on speculation, was it a terrorist attack? Was this, intentional? Was this planned? If whoever was the conductor of the bridge, if you're passing by and you see that you don't have enough clearance in the height, you're gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna make this clearance. Turn around, stop, call somebody on the dispatch, like, hey, we're not gonna make it underneath this bridge. The ship is too high or the bridge is too low, and you avert a different way to get to your destination. But they just kept going right there, and it looked intentional. You just kept going right there, crash, head-on collision into one of the support beams. So again, my opinion, based off what I've known, based on what I've seen, again, I'm not an engineer expert, it looked intentional to me. And that's another thing, the infrastructure of that bridge, it extremely old. I believe it was built in 1977. There was little to no work done, helped to constantly maintain and improve the bridge. And if one impact like that, again, cargo ships, they're very, very big and they weigh a lot. But bridges are supposed to withstand some type of impact, some type of hit. The Brooklyn Bridge is able to withstand some type of hit impact. Manhattan Bridge is able to withstand some type of hit and impact. The George Washington Bridge is able to withstand some type of hit and impact. This bridge right here, how it collapsed, looked like it was on its last leg. Unfortunately. And continuing with the independent.co.uk said that 6 missing construction workers presumed dead after searches suspended. So the search for 6 missing people after a huge cargo ship slammed into Baltimore's Key Bridge, causing it to dramatically collapse into the water, has been suspended. The Coast Guard told a reporter at a Tuesday evening press conference that the search was paused at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will resume on Wednesday morning as a recovery effort with divers being used in search for bodies. At least 6 people are believed to be unaccounted for, authorities said. They are members of a construction crew employed by Bronner Builders that were working on refilling potholes when the incident occurred. 2 people were fished out the water alive, says official. I like to announce tonight that the base of the length of okay, I'm not gonna read all that. That's just what the official says. We saw about that. Continuing next after that, we're presuming that they are not alive because they were thrown into the bay in an area that's 50 feet deep with 46-degree temperature, probably buried under tons of steel. Mr. Fretzer, that's what his name says the company is in mourning and it's a terrible unanticipated tragedy. Multiple workers and vehicles were on the Francis Scott Key Bridge over the Patapsco River when the Delhi Vassal plunged into a supporting pillar at 1:30 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. The crew made a mayday call just moments before the collision. Maryland Governor Wes Moore added that the call saved lives, providing time to prevent cars from continuing on the bridge. But just a very, very horrible tragedy that should have never happened. This should have never happened. Whether it's a lack of awareness from the ship conductor, whether this was intentional, whether it was a terrorist attack, whatever the case may be, this should have never happened. Those 6 people were presumably dead. That is 6 lives, maybe 12 lives, maybe 20 lives that have altered. If they have known that people who had tragically died in that condition, imagine plunging that many feet into a freezing water. Imagine if they had kids on board in the back of the car. Just gut wrenching, man. Just an absolute gut wrenching blow. I'm going to continue reading here. As of Tuesday early morning, just 2 people had been so far pulled from the water, as they said. 1 victim is now fighting in the life in hospital after being rushed to a trauma unit in serious condition. Second person was not injured at all, but refused medical help. How the fuck do you fall 50 feet into a freezing water and you refuse medical help and you have little to no injuries? That is just a miracle right there. But let me know what you guys think about this, tragedy after the cargo ship collapsed into the Baltimore, Maryland bridge. Do you think there was intentional? Do you think that it was a terrorist attack? Or do you think this is a lack of negligence, of lack of intelligence by the ship conductor? Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.